we are here. Moved on, not far, about 45 kilometres from Colmar, up north, up the A35 to Strasbourg. I found a lovely park up here next to, oh, the van's got a fan. Little boy or little girl. Loves it. He came wandering over and his parents chased him. Stay away from that weird man. Right, well, yes, so I found this park up. It's a campsite. I will tell you what it's called. It's very nice, but I'm not got a reservation, so I can't technically get in. So this is like an overflow car park, which I would assume is just visitors parking in the summer, but they actually flog off the parking bays at €15 a night, and you can use the facilities, you just can't drive in. So pot de fleur, toilets, showers, swimming pool. I can use all the facilities. I've ordered a baguette and pan of chocolate for the mornings. I'm here for 2 nights, tonight being the first. And an electric car hookup. Oh look, it's Hutoppia. So it's the Hutoppia in Strasbourg, or City Kamp by Hutoppia. Yeah. It has got a height restriction, but that height restriction is 3.6 metres, so I'm good 300 mil under that. It's very pretty. Piste François Fabier. So I'm going to go for a little bit of an explore into Strasbourg, a bit like I did yesterday. I haven't quite left it as late as yesterday, but I'm led to believe, oh dear. Ooh. So this is the railway here, and it is live. There's been loads of trains going by. It's had a little bit of work. Anyway, enough about bridges. Yeah, so I'm going to take a walk into Strasbourg, see what that's got to offer. First impressions on the outskirts of where I'm currently walking is very nice. Some sunglasses in the river. I can see them from here. Right. There we go. Now that is a cycle path, but are you allowed to walk on it? Anyway, let's walk down the street. So, welcome to Strasbourg, or Strasbourg. And I'll catch up with you when I'm a bit more somewhere a bit more interesting. Hello, hello, hello. What have we here? So this is Strasbourg Old Town. Or a bit of it. Again, very cool. Gothic cathedral. It's amazing. I've just walked through the old hospital grounds to get here, and that was pretty, well, it was spectacular because of the grandeur of the old hospital, but it's not a hospital anymore. It's full of homeless. Do I say immigrants? I don't know. So I didn't film in there, but it was, the public are walking straight through the grounds, but all the old buildings are more like tenants now, or tenements. And a lot of the guys that were in and around those were just loitering outside because it's a nice evening, drinking and, you know. Anyway, that's Strasbourg. And we've got, so it's Sunday night, and there's a fair bit going on. Lots of crepe eating. That is a stunning cathedral. I'm going to have to go and have a look at that. Oh, this smells good. Oh, that smells lovely. What's going on here then? A bit of street cleaning. A bit of street cleaning on Sunday night. That's what I can smell, le grill. Different kind of vibe to Colmar. Definitely a different, well, it's a bigger city, but a lot going on. I think the best word I could use is very cosmopolitan. Holding everything up, mate. You're holding everything up. Oh, wow. Oh, I wonder why it's only got one spire. Oh, have I read that before? Because I wanted to come to a Christmas market here as well, but it didn't make it very easy to get here via the train from St Pancras. I can't remember the reason, but it put me off anyway to come for the Christmas markets. But that is truly awesome. Again, this camera won't do it justice. I do like a good Gothic cathedral. We ain't got many in the UK. Drop them in the comments. I don't think we've got many. I think all ours are Norman, aren't they? Canterbury, I think, is one of the oldest. Durham might be Gothic style. Oh, but then there's difference, isn't there, between actual... Oh, that's my thumb. Actual Gothic and Gothic style. I think this is Gothic. And it's like a red, made from red stone. And what's also different with French cathedrals is they didn't have a disillusionment. You know what I mean. Henry VIII didn't say, oh, I want to get rid of Rome. I want to be my own church. Because a lot of their cathedrals had all these statues removed because they're of Catholic saints. And so in the disillusionment, that's the word, of the UK cathedrals, he got rid of them all, smashed them to pieces. So a lot of our cathedrals have that kind of archway or opening, aperture, and no statues in them, or very few. Gargoyles still remain, but anything to do, well, they're all angels, look, but anything to do with Christ or angels or saints were removed. I know that fact. This is awesome. Definitely a very nice place. Yeah, look, I think it only ever had one spire. Oh, it's a platform. Anyway, I'm going to leave this spectacular. I'm going to go over there. It's huge. Well, they generally are, aren't they, Glen? Cathedrals, religious fortresses. Oh, it's got flying buttresses. So they're flying buttresses. I'll get some info. I'll get on the old Wikipedia, mate, let you know. It's a lovely red stone. And I believe some of it's been rebuilt after the Second World War. Again, I shall do some research and let you know. Anyway, from the Cathedral Square in Strasbourg, thank you very much. I'll see you in a little while. Well, I was going to attempt to talk over it. So it is Gothic, not Gothic style, and the architect's name is Erwin von Steinbach. Now that sounds German to me, so probably when this was being built, the area of the Alsace was actually Prussian or German. Anyway, his contributions were from 1277 till his death in 1318. But the actual starting of the building of the church was in 1015. And wasn't completed until 1439. That's mental. Anyway, when he died, his son took over and he made the decision he weren't going to put a second spire on it. So it would have originally had two spires, much in the keeping of the time, similar to Caen and Cologne. They've all got twin spires. And I must say, it does look pretty odd with just one. But just off to look for Esmeralda. Be a certain age, I think, to know who Esmeralda is. But yeah, pretty spectacular. I don't think I've got any more information. Oh yeah, I was going to find out what it's made from, but it's obviously a red stone that's locally quarried, I would think. Anyway, bell ringing was really, started off soft, then got louder and louder and louder, and now it's gone soft again. Look at that gargoyle hanging off the side there, look. Mental. Oh, and you can't beat a rack and pinion lift. Oh, look, they're animals. So there's a dog there, a rabbit, a pig, a boar. They're spectacular, they are. They're really cool. A ram. Wow. I think I'm speechless. It's only a church. Anyway. Steinbach. Definitely a German. We are here at Les Ponts Couverts, which translates to covered bridges. Anyway, basically they consist of 3 towered ramparts and 3 bridge arches, and built in the 13th century, which, you know, it's astounding really. But the bridge used to be covered, so it used to have a timber roof on, which was removed in the 1800s, and it was built as defence to the Republic of Strasbourg. They're pretty impressive. And a nice feature. And that over there is a dam. I haven't got any information on that, but it's definitely a dam. But it's beautiful. Nice part of the world. And as I walk out of it, you'll see the tower of the cathedral up there, just behind that tree. It's much quieter today on Monday than it was yesterday. So yeah, that's where I'm heading. There you go, Les Ponts Couverts. The covered bridges comprise the city's western defences from the 13th to the 17th century and form part of the Episcopal Wall. 3 of the brick-built towers have survived: the Heinrichstrom, the Hans of von Alf, and the Tours de France French Tower. The spur-shaped parts of the front of the bridge were built by Daniel Specklin in the 16th century and fitted with loopholes for guns to fire through. The bridge's galleries were protected by a tiling roof, whence the name closed off the wooden wall containing arrow slits. The galleries were replaced in 1784 by wooden footbridges, and in 1865 by the sandstone bridges that can be seen today. Second tower, which is taken up by the Mathis baths, which were divided into 2 pools, separated covered pontoons, surrounded by a fence and fitted with changing rooms. Well, they used it as a swimming pool somewhere, probably that there. Keep your balls clean back in there. What could be this section here? There you go. Medieval bridge that's been rebuilt, basically. So, excuse me. Bonjour. Excuse me, I'm just filling my face full of my newfound addiction, which is pretzels. I've always associated them with German cuisine, but because we're in the Alsace, they seem to be everywhere, which is great. I especially like the salted ones. Got rock salt on them, lovely. Anyway, we are here by more luck than judgment. Oh God. At Strasbourg camping. Awesome. Yes, Camping Strasbourg, and it's a city camp, spelt with a K, but it also is part of the Hutoppia organisation. So I'm just going to take you around. Although I'm not parked in the actual campsite, I'm way over in the car park. This is like an overflow for winter traffic that hasn't bothered to reserve a spot in the campsite. So I can use all the facilities, but I have to park there. And it's got everything I need, apart from, yeah. Although I slept really well last night, to be fair. So let me take you on a little tour of this city camp. Actually, I think Hutoppia just supply the bikes here. You can hire bikes. These little bikes here. This is probably why I was dreaming about bikes. Maybe I could hire one of those and get into the city. Although I don't mind walking. Some say we don't walk enough. Look, and it's even got its own like repair station. Oh. In hindsight, which is, you know, something we never use, I maybe should have bought a bike. I did think about it, but I thought, well, where am I going to use a bike in the mountains? But as the trip's gone on, I'm not in the mountains anymore skiing. I'm bumming around French and German cities by the looks of it for the next, well, I'm not going to give that away yet. But let's have a look. So it's got the same Hutoppia style log cabins that we saw in Borg. And it's definitely a more camper van feel. And in normal Hutoppia fashion, it is completely sold out. But in also Hutoppia style fashion, there's plenty of empty pitches I could have had. Now, whether they've got more pitches than they're allowed vans, you know, for the facilities, I don't know. But there's definitely space here. But it's a nice little campsite. It's right close to the city, probably about a mile to walk, which I did it yesterday. It's not that big a deal. Hasn't got the same British vibe. It's definitely a more German, Austrian. Oh, haven't said that. That consort there, Fiat, is British. It's definitely a more European vibe. Austrians, Germans, Belgians. But yeah, I suppose it is busy. And we're doing a loop. Even the shepherd huts are the same. And it's got more of a, like a little hamlet feel. It's great. Now, as for the weather, it's been really good. I've heard it rain last night. But today, it's glorious. Probably too warm for this jacket and fleece I've got on. Anyway, I'm heading up to Strasbourg. I'm going to spend the day in the city, have a good look around. See what mischief we can get. Try not to spend any money. But I've really taken my buying a bike. I can put the bike on the back, it's not a problem. But having people that know me, having probably 15 bikes at home, yes, one of which is a mountain bike. I really shouldn't be coming home with another one that I don't really need. Yeah, majority of these vans are German, which says a lot for me about wanting to go into Germany to camp, because there's another UK van, because seems like most of them want to come here. And unfortunately for me, I seem to have bypassed the Black Forest, so Baden-Baden is really where the Black Forest ends. Here's the shower and reception facilities. It's all very rustic and it's clean, it's nice, you know, a typically Hutoppia place. You know, games room, TV, everything you need in there. Toilet facilities, showers, and then you've got a children's play area out the back. This is pretty. And there's a pool at the far side, obviously for summer, which I think many of you in the Bourg Saint-Maurice Utopia don't realise there is a pool there that they open up in the summer. Right, I'm off. From Hutoppia in Strasbourg to Alphenau.